Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into my official NFL full-on Week 8 predictions. Guys, I don't know if you've taken a look at this slate for Week 8. It is brutal. Now, there are definitely some good games, but trying to predict these games, there's just a lot of toss-ups, a lot of close ones. You'll understand what I'm talking about as I get into this, but we have a phenomenal Thursday night, possibly the best Thursday night game of the year. Green Bay at Arizona. Arizona still undefeated, now 7-0. My prediction for this one is Green Bay upsetting the Cardinals. I think it'll be close. I am not confident in this prediction. I just really don't think Arizona is going to, go on to be 9-0, 10-0, 11-0. They're going to drop a game. Green Bay, I don't love them. The thing with Green Bay, I'm concerned about. It's the inability to generate big plays. It's like outside of Devontae Adams, their running game really isn't doing it. You've got Aaron Rodgers. I was watching Green Bay this past weekend against Washington. Every drive, it's taking 15, 16 plays to score. That's my concern with them. And with Arizona, this is just really a pick. I cannot see Arizona starting off 8, 9, 10-0. Personally, I really can't. It'll be higher scoring, no doubt, but give me Green Bay in a close one. Moving to the 1 o'clock window, we have the Steelers at the Browns, a good old-fashioned rivalry. I mean, you flip a coin with this one with all the Browns injuries. I'm expecting Baker Mayfield to be back. I have the Browns winning this game 21-13. The only thing I'm really sure of, I believe the under is going to hit in this one. The Steelers had a bye week last week. They're 3-3. The Browns won a close one against Denver. They were the Thursday night game, so they kind of get a mini bye week. And we'll see if Baker Mayfield is back. I'm guessing he will be. There is a lot of incentive for Baker Mayfield to play. He is playing for a contract. So I'm guessing if whether he's back or whether Case Keenum's out there, I don't know if it changes a whole lot. The Steelers have a really good defense, subpar offense. The Browns, decent defense that has the potential to play really well. And then the offense, it just depends. Baker Mayfield, if Baker plays, he's going to be playing injured, or you go with the backup Case Keenum. Either way, your offense is at least a little bit compromised. Nick Chubb, I'm expecting to be back. Kareem Hunt is still out. How about Dearness Johnson last week? Dearness Johnson had the highest grade PFF has ever given a running back this year. So his only start, pretty crazy. There I am going with the Browns in a close one. We've got Carolina at Atlanta. Atlanta getting that last second win on a field goal in Miami. Carolina kind of struggling. I am going to give Carolina the win here. Sam Darnold needs to do something, okay? Because there was the whole narrative that he just needs to leave the Jets, and he's really actually a decent quarterback and potentially be a franchise guy. And my God, you take a look at his performance the past few weeks. How about, at MetLife last week? Horrific. I think Sam Darnold's due for a bounce-back performance. I don't think he's that good, but he's got decent weapons. Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey's still out, so, not going to have him. But overall, this is just one of those games. I mean, flip a coin. Good Lord. Who knows with Atlanta? Who knows with Carolina? Next, we have the Dolphins going to Buffalo. To me, this game goes one of two ways. Either the Dolphins keep it close and lose at the end, or it's just a complete blowout. I am going with a complete blowout. Buffalo, 38-17. The Bills, I believe, are coming off a bye. I think they'll be revved up, ready to go. Should be a pretty stress-free win for Buffalo and a very good opportunity for Josh Allen to improve his MVP chances, really run up some stats. I think Buffalo is like maybe 16-point favorites in this game. I believe that's what the spread is. Another 1 o'clock game. Interesting one here. San Francisco coming off that loss last night to Indianapolis on Sunday Night Football at the Bears with Justin Fields. I'm giving San Francisco a very close win, 24-23. This game is in Chicago. When it comes to Justin Fields and really most of these rookie quarterbacks, but in specifically Justin Fields, I was watching yesterday against the Bucs. The kid's just got no chance. He's a rookie. He's trying to learn. He's got no time in the pocket. He's turning the ball over. The offense is just so discombobulated right now. I never like firing coaches midseason, but if there was ever a legit time where it was completely warranted to fire a coach midseason, it is Matt Nagy. I mean, the guy's got to go. He's going to go at the end of the season. We all know that. But, you want to not try and fire these coaches midseason, but it's just like, if there was ever a time to just say, dude, just get out of here. Like, just go. Just please leave. it would be now. I mean, Matt Nagy, that offense, again, with Justin Fields, as a rookie, you're trying to process 3,000 things. You're going to struggle. You're going to throw interceptions. Zach Wilson had a 4-interception game. Trevor Lawrence was leading the league in interceptions. They're just going to struggle, man. They're going to struggle. They're trying to adjust. You add on top of that the offensive line getting beat every single play. Apparently, there was a situation. This is pretty funny. Justin Fields was told that he had a free play this past weekend that, Matt Nagy, or I don't know, one of the Bills coaches said, you have a free play, as he was hiking the ball, they thought there were 12 men on the field for Tampa Bay, so Fields just throws up. He thought he had a free play. It's an interception. Turns out there wasn't 12 men on the field. So I think that's something that happened, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. You got to feel for Justin Fields. This game, San Francisco needs a win so bad. After losing that, swamp game against Indianapolis. That was a bad loss at home for San Francisco. They need to win this game. I have them winning a very close one. Next, we have the Eagles traveling to Detroit and the 0-7 Lions. The Lions, they'll get a few wins this year, though. I know they're 0-7. Everyone's like, oh, they're terrible. They're not really that bad. I do have the Eagles winning this game 38-27. I love the over in this game, and a lot of people are going to be picking the Lions to win this weekend. People are down on the Eagles. They're down on Jalen Hurts. He seems to get all of his stats in garbage time. It is true. I don't think this is the week the Lions win. I think they end up with 2 or 3 wins on the year. They're not a terrible team. They're definitely not a winless team. Jared Goff is a serviceable quarterback. This week, though, Devontae Smith, I believe this is his breakout week, possibly getting over 150 yards and a touchdown. And again, I love the over in this game. Should be a nice back-and-forth battle in Detroit at Ford Field. Next, we have the Bengals coming off their massive win at the Jets. A really good opportunity here for the Bengals to just run up wins against bad teams. I have them winning an easy one. Zach Wilson injured. Is Mike White starting for the Jets? Really bad situation there. How about the Jets? What did they lose? 54-13 or something like that to New England. Horrific. Absolutely horrific. Bengals, not a complete blowout, but a pretty easy game for them in MetLife Stadium. This is a game, if you're the Bengals, you got to win it. You got to blow them out. Just get it done. Just get the win. If you're a good team, go into New York. No drama. Easy win. That's all you got to do. 31-14. You're probably facing a backup quarterback. I don't know the extent of Zach Wilson's injury, but we'll have to see on that one. Another 1 o'clock game we've got. The Tennessee Titans at Indianapolis. This is the one game I'm very confident on. I feel very good about Tennessee going into Indianapolis and beating the Colts 35-24. Feel very good about them covering the spread. Like the over in this game. I think this is a Derrick Henry game where he scores 3 touchdowns. Vintage game for him. He did not score a touchdown this last game for Tennessee. Tennessee is such a unique team where it's like, okay, you want to load the box and stop Derrick Henry? They have A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. And I understand Julio might be a little washed, a little old. He's kind of fringe right now. Like, is he washed? Is he still good? I think he's still decent. Next year he might be washed. But A.J. Brown's a beast. And then you've got Ryan Tannehill, he's kind of struggled at the beginning of the year, but he's finding his footing. They just blew out Kansas City at home. Again, it's like you want to load the box to stop Derrick Henry in the best run game. They still have 2 stud receivers and a really serviceable quarterback. So they're a good team. I really like Tennessee. And then Indianapolis, they get that win. I'm just not buying them. I'm sorry. How about the LA Rams traveling to Houston for a 1 o'clock start time? I have the Rams blowing out Houston. So a lot of people surprised the Rams were in a close game with Detroit. They end up winning. This game, I think, is the one where they're really more focused and they end up blowing out Houston. And I see Matt Stafford possibly with 3 or 4 more touchdown passes in this game. And there's going to be some significant MVP hype after this game for Matt Stafford. Of course, it is just Houston should be an easy win against Davis Mills, the rookie. And that team, they just are completely tanking at this point, trying to get the #1 overall draft pick. That's what they should do. As for the people saying Deshaun Watson is going to get traded, I don't understand it. Like, Deshaun Watson has all these legal problems. Why not just wait until the offseason, wait for everything to clear so you know he's going to be playing the next year? Why are teams trying to trade for Deshaun Watson right now? I don't even think he can play the rest of the season. It's just such a weird situation. It seems so obvious. Just let it go. and if you're Houston in the offseason, then trade him. It seems so obvious, but they're trading him now with his future with all cloudy, with all the civil suits still against him. Very odd situation. But yeah, the Rams are going to win this game by 20, 37-17. Moving on to the 4 o'clock window, we've got a 4:05 game here. Kind of an interesting matchup. The Patriots traveling to LA to face the Chargers. The Chargers coming off a bye. The Patriots coming off that thromping of the Jets. I have the Chargers winning this one decently easily, 28-17. Patriots definitely extremely well coached, but overall, I just think the Chargers and Justin Herbert are going to be too much in this matchup. They'll win this game 28-17. Mac Jones is improving. He's getting better. They're taking the training wheels off slowly with him. Very slowly. I don't think he's going to be able to do enough in this game to beat Justin Herbert on the road. 28-17 the final. Another 4:05 game. The Jaguars coming off their massive win in London. They had a bye week last week at Seattle. As I'm filming this video, Seattle has not played their Monday night game, so it makes it a little bit more challenging considering we're going to have more information on the Seattle team tonight. But I do have Seattle winning a close, low-scoring game with Geno Smith, 20-17. I do expect tonight, the Monday night game, the Saints to win a very close game against Seattle. I think Seattle will cover the 5-point spread or 4.5, whatever, but I think the Saints will win. This is a game, though, if you're the Jaguars, this is a very winnable game. You're Urban Meyer, you're coming off a win, you get the bye week. You get another winnable game. You know, no Russell Wilson. Geno Smith is in there. Lower scoring. I love the under in this game. Whatever it's going to be, probably mid-low 40s. Love the under. 20-17. Trevor Lawrence, it'll be interesting to see how he plays in Seattle. Moving on to the 4:25 games. Washington at the Denver Broncos. You know, every week you try and pick your spots with these upsets, and this is one of the weeks where I'm picking a spot right here. I am picking Washington to finally get their third win, defeating Denver 27-17. I think Denver's like 3.5-point favorites in this game. The game is in Denver. There's just so many question marks with Denver right now. Is Teddy Bridgewater healthy? You know, he had that bad performance against the Browns the past few weeks for Denver have not been good. Washington, on the other hand, disappointing. Really disappointing, but they do have an okay offense with a really good receiver, Terry McLaurin, and they also have a defense that has not performed well, but I think this is the week we see Chase Young 2 or 3 sacks this week, maybe completely take over this game, and that Washington defense play really well, get a turnover, give that offense a short field, and I like Washington in this game 27-17 in a little bit of an upset. The other 4:25 game is the Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints, so once again, the Saints playing tonight. We'll have to see how they do on Monday Night Football. I have an upset in this one. The Saints beating the Buccaneers 27-24. Jameis Winston beating Tom Brady would be unbelievable. And guys, it is the NFL. You're going to see upsets. The Buccaneers are not going to win by 100 points every single week. You got to be bold. You got to be brave. Yes, I could have picked the Buccaneers to win this game, but again, you pick your spots. You pick and choose. This is another one. I like the Saints at home in the Dome. 4:25 start time. Maybe things go a little wrong. Maybe there's a few turnovers. Tom Brady throws a few interceptions. Give me the Saints 27-24. And the Sunday night matchup is very intriguing. We've got Dallas at Minnesota. If I remember correctly, I know Dallas was definitely on a bye week last week. I believe, yeah, Minnesota was as well. So both these teams well rested, coming off a bye. Sunday Night Football game is in Minnesota. Dallas, they've been phenomenal this year. Minnesota, on the other hand, 3-3. I have Dallas winning this one 30-23. Dallas just has a great offense. They really do. With Dak Prescott, he's playing such elite football right now. Probably top 5-ish for the MVP at this point. Really good offensive line. You've got Zeke and Tony Pollard, two, a really good dynamic duo. CeeDee Lamb on the outside having a breakout year. Amari Cooper maybe healed up a little bit, using that bye week to heal up. Now, Minnesota certainly isn't a bad team. Kirk Cousins is definitely an above-average quarterback. They've got some nice weapons. Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, that's a decent offense. But I think Dallas, just overall, their skill position players are going to be too much to handle. Give me them 30-23 in a close one. The Monday Night Football game, a really weird one. The New York Giants go to Arrowhead to take on the slumping Patrick Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs. And to me, this game has like 5 touchdowns from Mahomes written all over it, 38-17. This is a game where Mahomes can get back on track. The Chiefs offense can get back on track. Tyreek Hill, you're looking at like 9 catches, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, probably 100 yards and a touchdown. It's just such a perfect spot. Monday Night Football, Arrowhead's going to be buzzing. The Chiefs at this point, I mean, you have to really wonder. I mean, they're certainly not the favorite in the AFC anymore. They just keep losing. but it's just too easy of a spot for Mahomes. 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, Monday Night Football against the subpar team. Give me the Chiefs big in that one. That is going to do it for my Week 8 predictions. A lot of weird games this week, a lot of close games, really competitive in the NFL. So guys, make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.